All right, we're back at it. The Kanye and Shane MMA show. We got a big fight coming up tomorrow night.
Sir.
UFC 264. Oh my
You
God,
ready?
dude. I mean,
You ready?
this is just going to be explosive. This is like 4th of July fireworks all over again. I can't say it enough, man. Conor McGregor versus Dustin Poirier trilogy. All I got to say is I expect this to be a banger.
Yep.
Banger. Probably.
Hey, somebody going to sleep.
Probably. Oh, guarantee you someone's either getting submitted or someone's getting knocked out. And I'm going to say, this might sound crazy, dude, but I'm going to say Conor McGregor KOs Dustin Poirier round 2.
I agree with you. You know, you're spot on. You're spot
and
on.
I'm not jumping on the Conor McGregor bandwagon. I just feel like there's something different going into this fight, and just the way that he's acted, how he didn't want to do anything with the media. He didn't bring his kids. He didn't bring his wife. I mean, he strictly trained MMA. I think he's got some tricks up his sleeve. I think he's got some tools that he's pulling out of the toolbox. And I
like
don't.
He said he was going to do that. And you know, if you go back and watch the first fight and then the second fight, they're two different fights. Conor McGregor is bouncing up and down, and you know doesn't. And then in the second fight, Conor's flat-footed. So you know.
Yeah. So I mean, woo.
He said he was training for Manny Pacquiao, so he wasn't focused on.
The winner is going to. The winner's gonna get a title shot.
Yeah, we know that.
But here's the deal. Here's the deal. Let's just play this out. If Conor McGregor wins and he beats Dustin Poirier, who clearly, without a doubt, is the #1 contender, he will rightfully earn the #1 contender spot. He rightfully will earn a title shot. And get this. He could go down as one of the greatest fighters to ever step inside of an octagon if this is a big if he were to beat Charles Oliveira. Woo!
And Charles is no joke.
And his striking to me is underrated. I think people overlook his striking, but if you watch what he did to what's his name, Michael Chandler, he came out in the second round out of nowhere and dropped that fool. I mean, unbelievable. Dude, I thought he was finished. I was like, I would have bet $1 million that Michael Chandler after the first round was going to win that fight. And he lost.
But that's what happened when Henry Cejudo fought Marlon Moraes, when Marlon had Henry Cejudo hurt, and then he came back and won the fight. You know, that's the same thing that happened to, you know, Henry Cejudo. He was losing the first round. He was about to get ready to get knocked out.
Yep.
And he came back and won the fight.
Yep. Okay, check it out. Co-main event, welterweight, banger. Gilbert Burns, Stephen Thompson, both have 4 losses. Okay.
Who you got?
Gilbert Burns has found himself in a little bit of a slump. Stephen Thompson, on the other hand, has found himself.
I mean, winning. I would say it's more than a little bit of a slump because he got knocked out.
Yeah, so it's a little bit different. It's a little bit different, man. I'm gonna go with Stephen Thompson on this one. I think he's just striking wise. This guy is a ninja. This guy can kick, he can elbow, he can punch, He's got the whole package.
I gotta agree with you. I think if he wins the fight, he'll get the next title shot.
Yep. Okay. And Gilbert Burns, yeah. I just see. I think that Stevens got more
speed,
skills to pay the bills. I think he is going to come out ahead on this. I think
the best chance that Gilbert has to win is he takes him down, but
well,
but I don't think he can get him down.
Well, you clearly got jiu-jitsu versus striking.
Because Woodley couldn't even get him down.
Yep.
And that was when Woodley was in his prime.
Yeah. Yep. And now here's the other thing is Thompson he's kind of in a situation where if he does win, he can sit back and watch Usman fight Colby Covington and just wait for the winner.
Colby Covington likes to play games, and
he can just sit on the winner and just wait. Yep. Yeah.
I mean, if Colby don't want to sign the contract, give it to Wonder Boy because he deserves it. He's the only person that hasn't fought Usman yet.
Yep. All right. So here's the deal. The third fight down is Tai Tuivasa. Okay. Tai Tuivasa has found himself in a place where he's 12-3, and this guy is winning. Okay. This guy is going up against Greg Hardy, who's got power and zero technique. I'm sorry.
Quits on the stool, by the way.
I'm sorry, but
who quits on the stool, by the way.
I believe that Tai Tuivasa will pull this off.
If he don't, I don't know. Maybe if he don't get drunk the night before a fight,
I think he will. I think he's gonna knock him out and jump out into the crowd and drink a beer out of a shoe. Isn't that what he does?
Yeah, he lets people spit in lets people spit in the shoe, and then he drinks it. It's
disgusting, gross, but hey, it's entertaining, and I'll watch that. That's cool with me.
He said he let over 40 people spit in the shoe once, and he drank it, and it was disgusting.
Oh man. Okay, so we have on the main card 2 women going toe to toe. Irene Aldana versus Yana Kunitskaya.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Okay, 14-5 Kunitskaya. Yana versus Irene. Irene's 12-6.
Did Irene get knocked out? I think she just got knocked out or something.
I'm going with Yana.
I'm going with Aldana though.
Okay, you're gonna go with Irene. You go with Irene. I go with Yana. Yep. That's cool.
Yep.
Okay, here we go. Bantamweight. Sean O'Malley versus Chris Montinho. I don't even know who this dude is. He don't even have a picture on his profile for the UFC. Did they just pull this guy out of the crowd? What's the deal?
No. He's a up and coming fighter. He trains with Calvin Kattar, and he's 9-4, which isn't great, but maybe he'll shock the world.
Right.
I don't know.
Wow.
I mean, you had Pat Cummings, who is unknown and facing Daniel Cormier in his debut fight. So I don't know. Maybe something like that will transpire and he'll get the upset. I don't know. I don't believe he will, but.
Well, I think Sean O'Malley got that one. I think that's an easy one for him. Let's move on to the preliminary card. Carlos Condit versus Max Griffin. Carlos Condit.
I got Carlos Condit.
Me too.
Yep.
Me too. I think he's going to come up on that one, man. Yep. So we got some good stuff going on there, man. We really do. We got a great card. We even got on the early prelims Jessica I versus Jennifer Maya.
I think that they should have put that on the main card or the prelims.
Yeah. And then you got Brad Tavares too. Alkamidov You know, that could have been on the preliminary card.
Mm-hmm. That lets you know that this whole fight card is stacked when those two fights are on early prelims.
Yep. So the whole thing is just a banger, dude. We got so many great fighters on this card. Vegas is they're going to be at the T-Mobile Arena. They're going to be a crowd full of people. This was sold out. The pre-tickets were sold out so fast it broke a record. And you got Drake in the building. You got all these superstars and entertainers and celebrities. I mean, it's going up, man. It's really going down in Las Vegas. I really wish I was there. Yeah. So anyways, that's our fight predictions that we have for UFC 264. I'm just really excited about this fight, and I'm really excited for what's to come, man. I really feel like this is going to be one of the best main events, UFC fight events of the year. So that's where I'm at with that. So I did kind of want to mention that we have this heavyweight interim fight coming up with Derek Lewis versus Cyril Gant, right?
Yep, Cyril Gant, yep.
Cyril Gant, and that's going to be they're putting the interim titles on that. Winner fights Francis Ngannou, which I think is a great fight. I think it makes the winner.
It makes sense. I mean, if Francis doesn't want to fight till September, I mean, you know,
it makes sense, but also it makes the matchup of the winner versus Francis just a better fight.
Yeah, because it brings up the hype. Like, if they go in and just face Francis, like say the Derek Lewis and Francis fight was the first fight, how are they going to build that up? That fight was literally the most boringest fight in UFC history. The first time.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And now the other thing that's coming down is I really hope this Tyson Fury fight happens with Deontay Wilder. I really hope that it doesn't get canceled due to
they can always do it with no
COVID outbreak. So that's coming down the line. Stay tuned for that because the boxing world is getting interesting right now. We got some good boxing fights in the next month or two.
Pacquiao coming. We also got TJ Dillashaw coming back in a few weeks.
Yeah, that's right for sure. That's right for sure. We do. We got some really good fights coming up.
Yep. So
yeah, because the very next UFC fight night, we got Thiago Moses versus Islam Makhachev. That guy is a stone cold killer. We got Misha Tate coming back. This girl done had a baby, and she's had such great
surgery on her nose.
And then you got Jeremy Stevens coming back. This one's going to be a good one. You got Nurmagomedov in there. I think that's is that Habib's cousin or something?
Yeah, something like that. So is Islam though. Yeah, Islam's is I think he's like cousin.
Oh, good. Yeah, because he's the lightweight guy. He looked really good. He looked pretty dominant in his grappling and wrestling, and a little bit of his ground and pound was going on there. So yeah,
they say he that good. He's better than Khabib. They say that he's better than Khabib.
Well, he's gonna have to show us because he's already lost once. He's 19-1, so he's gonna have to prove that. Yeah,
I mean, and his loss was, I think, it was a knockout if I remember correctly.
Yeah, well, you know,
it was in the first round, so I don't know.
He looked good though in his last fight. I'm not going to discredit him. You know, and you got the greatest coach in the world in Khabib. You know, Habib is now the coach, So watch out, because you got a straight up trained killer coaching, so it doesn't get better than that. All right. Yeah. All right. Well, that's enough for our show tonight. We got to go over our picks, and we'll see you after the post-fight conference. We'll talk about fights to come up. We'll talk a little bit about the next UFC event, what's going on in the world and the news, but also some fights to make after we get the winners out of this fight.
I mean, that division is wide open. That division is so wide open. Like
a lot of possibilities, a lot of matches to make. So
even the loser could fight. Like even the loser could fight somebody in the top 10 or still in the top 5.
That's right.
That division is so stacked.
Yep. That's right. It is. It truly is. And Islam, at some point, he's gonna be in the top 5. It's just a matter of when.
Him, though. People have been docking him.
Don't
want to fight him because
right. So we'll take a look at that here next week after we watch these fights. MMA fans, you're in for a treat tomorrow night. I will get back on here next week, and we'll discuss.
If it's your first UFC fight you watch, this is the fight you want to watch.
Yep, for sure. There's going to be a lot of fun tomorrow night. It's going to be jam-packed, amazing.
Yep.
All right, man. God bless y'all.